Hello, people. I just wanted to share with you. I was fussing. Why was Irene Ratliff fussing? Well, the thing was is that I was attending a class and I was writing notes. I'm sorry I don't have the notes readily available to show you, but I was writing notes. And as I was writing the notes, this is the good thing about writing notes is that not only does it allow you to say, okay, these are the things that you need to do, or these are the things that I want to do, or so on and so on and so on and so on and so on. The thing was, it was also allowing me to kind of, figure out how I want to word something or how I want to approach something. But then if you have a something or I was in this I was just like, okay, I was trying to pay attention, I was writing the notes and everything, but I'm like, wow, there's a lot of little papers or a lot of things to write down and jot down to type up and so on and so forth. I'm going to later start a little conversation with you about Ariel. Some people may be familiar with Ariel. um, I called it Ariel because now we were talking about the stars. So, for people who are familiar with astronomy and so on and so forth. And then I was just like, you know what? Um, if something is suggesting that, let me put it like this: my success. I'm looking at my success, and I'm like, okay, well, you know what? I'm taking this class. Not so much that um, it's a refresher course. No, I'm doing the class because I'm thinking that it's in the company or within the conversation, to kind of help me be committed more or less to kind of have that focus. And it is aligned with whatever I'm doing right now. The thing is, it's now getting the resources. But then readily, the resources that I'm looking at really is a direct pay. To tell you the truth, I think that maybe perhaps it's kind of, somebody said, well, it is who you know. And getting there to the people who you know will also possibly mean being in the right circles to achieve my goals. And over a period of time, I'm just kind of looking at, um, not self um, goals. I don't, you already kind of, as a person, you already kind of looking at the things that you want to do. Then you'll find yourself at trying to achieve those things. So, one of the things, let me give you a good example of what I mean. Let's look at education, right? Now, when you look at education, you have your K through 12. Then you also have trade trade schools, and you have people who just have talent, people who know how to draw, and so on and so forth. Now, there are, for people who may have talents who know how to draw, there's actually college education you can get for just drawing or just knowing how to do art. Well, what I did is I had went into my studies for, at first I wanted to do international politics. And what it was is that not so much about somebody else's thoughts about what Irene Ratliff wanted for herself, but it was the things that I wanted to achieve in regards to not only goods and services. I wanted to know how the economy was running and how products and goods was being transported. So at that point, my view was small businesses. And the Inquisition wasn't about looking for black small businesses, but let's say with the just a main focus or anything like that. It was looking at products that I thought would be um, something that was of interest to an investment, um, to doing business. So I had a lot of ideas of my own, like, oh, okay, oh, this is possible. This is possible. I mean, matter of fact, I just found myself somewhat, walking down the streets and just looking at all the things, whether it was community development or whether it was economic products or, so on and so on like that. So as I'm sitting here in this class, it's not really swaying away from the things that I want to do on a community development as it relates to the arts. It's just now it has something to do with something else. Um, so now doing this, that, and the other, but putting those pieces together so it would make a collective sense, something like that, when we begin to start investing in certain things. But I'm like, well, you know what? A lot of it just seems for something else. And I will tell you about Ariel, not right now, so that you could understand Ariel. Okay. I just said that name because it was it was easy to say it quite like that. And I will make another little thing about that, okay? Not this particular video. Um, but I'm just not where I think that Irene Ratliff should be. So it was suggested, oh, look, you see, this is Flora. Oh, this is uh, Eve and all that other kind of thing. Or everything is all right. But on the contrary, um, not to be under that assumption and, assuming, making an ass out of you and me. Um, and for something else to say, okay, well, we're your brother or your sister in love. Whew. Like I said, I'm gonna talk about Ariel because it's associated with some previous comments that I had made in regards to not only countries, astronomy, stars, and all that other kind of thing, and then why I chose to say Ariel. We've known Ariel for sky. We know Ariel for water. What is that? So anyway, I'm seeing a creature. We would get on that. It's just like, wow, you just find some things a little interesting in regards to um, something talking about sky's the limit. And, you would think that beyond sky, there was more than one limit. There was more than one limit. And, the thing is to now look at those differences being who I am and the content and the character of me and me, Irene Ratliff. So this me thing went somewhere else. It is not a collective. I'm talking about Irene Ratliff when I say me. My um, story. um, yeah. And so anyway, I kind of broke out in tears a couple of times today for somebody else to tell me how they want to find my tear ducts. So it's just like, Lord have mercy. Those grants and here there's all that research that went someplace else. It's sad to know that what man has over man or what has been done or, I don't want to say did, done, doing, but the outcry is there to have a lot of comment on various things. Yes. Oh, anyway, we'll do another story on Ariel. Break time. Thanks.